Right, so I'm in Memphis. It was a nightmare getting here, unfortunately. I've lost a day because I was supposed to arrive in Memphis yesterday at 11 AM, but I didn't get in till like 7 PM, something like that. Basically, the coach I was supposed to get on at 7 AM had broken down, so it not even made it to the station. And then the updates were just like non-existent. First, I suppose they kind of said like, oh, you know, they told us the situation, but they couldn't give us a time. And I got like an email saying, I think 11:05, so it was delayed quite heavily. Then 11:05 came, still nothing, no sight, no one mentioned anything. And then we got an email maybe a couple of hours later saying 1:05, but there was still nothing turning up. And 1:05 came, still nothing. Then a bus finally turned up about 3 PM, and then it set off at like 3:30, and it was just a nightmare. So I got here late, so I didn't get to check out downtown Memphis like I wanted to. I'd already planned to go to Graceland today, so that's not ruined, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm just about waiting for an Uber to come in a bit, and that'll take me straight to Graceland. I did want to go to Sun Studios and check out Beale Street, but I'm going to be at Graceland all day, so I don't know if I've got time, honestly, and I'm probably not going to have time tomorrow, but it is what it is. Today's going to be amazing, you know. I've gone all out, I've paid for the VIP tour and everything, so you know, this is going to make up for my time in Memphis. It's just a shame I haven't got to see all of Memphis, that's all. But this is the highlight, you know, going to Graceland, Elvis Presley's home. Let's see what it's all about, I guess. I made it to Graceland, just got dropped off by my Uber. Awesome guy, awesome driver, such a good laugh, telling me a bit about the place and stuff, and yeah, here we are, made it. Just got dropped off in the main car park area, which looks in the distance. You've got like all the RVs and stuff like that. I think you can like camp here as well. Such a big complex. Like I've seen the mansion briefly in the car, but I got dropped off at the main like sort of headquarters of the place. So I've got to pick up my ticket and things. But so I just can't wait for this. This is going to be amazing. I know from what I've read that you can't video record in there, but I'll take lots and lots of photos, and I'll try and like piece together like some sort of slideshow or something like that. See if I can get that together. But yeah, here we are. TCB, taking care of business. Minnie Mae's Sweets, named after his grandma, I think. You got Vernon's Smokehouse, it's named after his dad. Welcome to Graceland. So I've just been and checked in, got my VIP pass. Can't wait for this trip, man. This is going to be really, really good. I just met a British couple actually from Kent. Really nice. They're driving around, hitting a few states in the US as well. Nice to meet them, chatting to them, talking a little bit about Elvis. Whew. Can't wait. I just learnt as well, because I get dinner here as well, included in the ticket. And apparently today that's in Vernon's Smokehouse as well, so pretty excited about that as well. Hopefully it'll be good food, I'm sure it will. Can't tarnish the good Elvis name, can we? It's really quiet here at the moment as well, so I'm getting some photos in this first complex as much as I can. I just checked out the gift shop as well, and there's so much good stuff in there. I'm definitely buying a t-shirt, which means I'm gonna sacrifice a t-shirt and leave that in the hotel so I can put it in my rucksack for further travels.
So on the approach to the Graceland mansion itself, you travel by minibus across the street, up the main driveway, so because that'd be a little bit of a walk from the main road there. We got really lucky on our tour because there was only 4 people, so it made it very, very intimate. That top window there, that's actually Elvis Presley's bedroom. As soon as you walk in, on the right hand side, it hits you with this front living room, absolutely gorgeous to see. In the back there is an extra sort of extension of like a music room, and it has the famous stained glass windows with the peacocks on there that probably everybody's seen. And then you've got the main staircase leading up, which you're not allowed to go up there. Elvis was very protective about who spends time up there. Not even presidents and special guests got to visit there. This is actually behind the staircase itself. That's Minnie May's bedroom. And then directly across from the living room, that's where you've got the dining room, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then there's a TV on the left-hand side there, because Elvis loved watching his TV no matter what. And in there as well, you've got a nice portrait of Lisa Marie and Priscilla as well. And then attached to that at the back is the kitchen area, which opens up a little bit towards the world famous jungle room that a lot of people might recognise. Then downstairs in the basement, you've got a cool chill out area where everyone would be entertained. You got 3 TVs in the back there. He loved his TVs. It's got its own private bar as well in there. Next door to that, you've got this very unique looking room with the pool table in there. It's actually lined with like a curtain material. And then it heads upstairs, actually, leading towards the jungle room again. Got to touch the carpeted walls there. Interesting to see this area up close, definitely. The waterfall wasn't working, which I don't think it's worked for a long time now, but I've seen these photos over the years and it was very cool to see. Then you're led out into the back garden, which, if you can call it a garden, I'm not so sure, because essentially it is like all on a ranch, to be fair. And then you've got Lisa Marie's old playset, which, if you notice the holes in the slide, talk about that later. And then at the back of that, you've got Vernon's office, his dad's office, where he did all his work. Then you've got a shot of the back of the mansion. Imagine how big this whole place would have been if he'd have lived a bit longer. Then you're led into this outbuilding, which is just full of memorabilia. That's his birth certificate. It's got a lovely photo there of the old living room, what we've already seen, sat on the furniture. That's a TV that was a gift by RCA Studios, which we visited over in Nashville. Plenty of home movies being showcased, which was nice to see because it's a different side of Elvis. This is the only ever portrait that was commissioned by Elvis himself. The thing was absolutely huge. That portrait's literally floor to ceiling, but you can't really tell on the camera. Then you're out by the small pool that he had. Then into another building, which is his private squash court. That brown piano is actually the last piano that he ever played. We were told that he played it the day that he died. Then you've got a shot of his racket and a shot of the court itself. Then you're led back round to near the pool area where you enter the memorial garden, where Elvis is buried next to his parents, his twin brother, and his grandma, Minnie May. It was really quiet round there, as you can imagine, everyone paying respect and stuff, but it was really pretty to see as well. And then now, of course, you've got his daughter Lisa Marie and her son Benjamin. The meditation garden is actually a public cemetery too, so people can come and go and pay their respects. You're then led round to the front of the property again, which then we got on a minibus which took us to this other building. This was for VIP access only. This was crazy, getting these white gloves on to hold some memorabilia. That ring is absolutely gorgeous. $30,000 that cost him that. Here we were shown numerous memorabilia that's not available to see any other way unless you're part of a VIP package. This was Elvis's favourite police badge, which was given to him by former President Nixon. One of very few photos of Colonel Tom Parker. They still don't like him on site, obviously. Christmas time at Graceland, this is apparently what it looks like. They really go all out. You've got a nice photo again in the music room with Elvis stood by the piano that we saw earlier. We've now moved into another building which has got loads of memorabilia. There you've got the deeds to the Graceland properties. There's a cheque for an invoice of about $9,500 for the stained glass windows with the peacocks on, an old TV remote, and a nice family portrait of Elvis, Lisa Marie and Priscilla. Another part of the collection for police badges and patches. Then you moved over to the massive showroom that's housing plenty of his cars. I don't think it's all of them, but there's plenty in there. You've got Cadillacs, Lincolns, there's a limousine in there as well, which was custom made just for him. I don't think it's just his cars that were in there. I think some of the family members' cars that were in there. Next to the car showroom across the way, you still have so much to see. This is just a small section of all the jumpsuits that were on display. Some of them, quite rightly so, get their own displays. That's from his Christmas comeback special. Absolutely loads of awards that are on display. These ones in particular from different countries. There's just so much to see. I'm showing you maybe like a quarter of the photos that I actually did take that day. Then moving outside to his private jet, which he named after his daughter Lisa Marie. That sink, by the way, is made out of 24 karat gold, believe it or not. Plenty of seating areas, his bedroom, There's lots to see on there. How basic they kind of look back then as well, compared to what they do look like now. Even had like a dressing room in there as well, and the famous logo of TCB on the back there.
So this all came with the pass. That's pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to need to eat again today. Alright, all done. That was absolutely amazing. Like, I can't really describe how I feel about it. It's just so good in there. It was well worth the money. Definitely recommend anybody to visit Graceland, because it was just mind-blowing. One of my highlights of the tour, I think, was we went to this exclusive area and we had to wear these white gloves. The tour guide, it was brilliant, by the way, very informative. He opens up this like cabinet, and it's got all these obviously old artifacts, all owned by Elvis and stuff, and one of them was a big gold ring. Apparently the story behind that, well, he paid at the time $32,000 for it. The story that we were told about it was that after he passed away, his daughter Lisa Marie, apparently, while his body was laid in state in the mansion, she personally put that ring on his finger while he had, like, I guess they took photos and things, and she was the one to remove it and stuff, and I've actually held that ring. I mean, that must be worth a fortune, and it was so impressive to look at, to see, to hold, some weight on it as well, and that must be worth millions, I reckon. Yeah, it was amazing. The whole exhibits out here and stuff opposite the mansion itself were very interesting. The way it's all laid out and stuff, like, it's seen everything, like all his jumpsuits, and I've took so many photos. I'm gonna have to make some sort of slideshow or something, because they're just strict with the video footage and stuff, but it would have been so cool to just like press record and just go around with it and stuff. But yeah, the whole experience was amazing, so good, everything about it. I can't complain. It was wow. The exhibits across the road, they're so big. It's a big complex and stuff, and there's just so much to see. Really, you know, I've been here a good maybe 6 hours, and I just wanted to really take my time with it and stuff. Like, you know, just again, you get to see the cars, his private jet. There's quite a lot of stuff on Lisa Marie as well, and then, like I say, in the grounds of the mansion, it was unreal. Obviously you can't go upstairs. It is as it was the day he last left the mansion, you know. So, you know, like, I guess, like, if his bed wasn't made, it's still like that. Apparently, like, that's all off limits, and there's just, you know, he was very private in who goes upstairs and stuff. You know, you had to be like a family member, basically. I think that's really sweet, actually, how that has always been like honoured and respected still to this day and going forward. But like the furnishings and furniture, everything, like, it's just so cool seeing it. You know, I've seen pictures and stuff before on TV or whatever, and to see it in the flesh today was just amazing. It'd been nice to like just jump on one of the sofas or something, you know, just to sit down and chill out. You know, it all looks very comfy, actually. Stories that were being told. It was great. It was great. I can't complain. You know, our tour guide was brilliant. When you get to the meditation garden as well, that's where his body's laid to rest. You know, the gravestones and stuff of his family. Even if you're not an Elvis fan, like, it's a big part of history. Apparently it's the second most visited house in the world, or in the States, I'm not sure. It's, you know, behind the White House, basically. And you can see why. Amazing. Well, that's gonna do it for Memphis, though. You know, unfortunately, losing the day yesterday because of the bus transport nightmare. I didn't get to get into downtown. It's getting late and stuff anyway, so I'll just be heading back to the hotel, getting ready for 2 flights tomorrow. I've got to stop off and transfer in Dallas and then over to LA. So I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the evening and look back at all the photos and stuff, you know, try and take it all in again, really. Another interesting story, when we got to the back garden, apparently he used to shoot his guns and stuff with his friends and that, and there was a story about how one of the bullets ricocheted and it actually hit Lisa Marie's play area on the slide, I think it was. Yeah, the slide. And like I say, I'll be able to show you on like the photos and stuff, but just little moments like that when you hear stories is great. But yeah, so I'll wrap this up and I'll see you tomorrow.